Dear OAI National Focal Points for Wildlife, to quote a famous phrase from the Johannesburg Earth Summit held in September 2002, our house is burning and we look the other way. It is time now, more than ever, to consider the situation and to take measures accordingly. It is time to forge a new bond with nature and wildlife, a bond of respect and preservation. In the past 20 years, 60.3% of emerging infectious disease affecting humans had an animal origin, and the majority of this, more than 70%, came from wildlife. For these reasons, wildlife is viewed as a provider of pathogens to domestic animals and humans. However, this situation is a result of more interactions between wildlife, domestic animals, and humans, due mainly to human activities than a characteristic of wildlife. Human health, animal health, and environmental health are all interconnected. Wildlife is viewed as a provider of pathogens to domestic animals and humans. To give a concrete example, bats are often viewed as daily virus carriers. However, the same bats are seed dispersers and pollinators of many fruit trees and plants that are indispensable to humans. Many other animals on the planet play a vital role in maintaining healthy and functioning ecosystems that greatly benefit humans. Wildlife is therefore essential to maintaining ecosystem services, to maintaining human health and well-being, to maintaining the Earth as a living planet. The disappearance of some animal species due to daily pathogens or other factors, such as climate change, deforestation, or pollution, will have important ecological, socioeconomic, and global health impacts. Therefore, wildlife health deserves investment and attention. The World Organization for Animal Health has been working on wildlife for many years. In 1994, the OAI Working Group on Wildlife was created, supporting the OAI on all health issues related to wildlife. In 2008, the delegates were asked to nominate focal points for wildlife. Since then, you play an important role, as you are in charge of collecting and reporting wildlife disease information through OAI WISE and act as a contact point for the OAI on all issues related to wildlife health. Since 2008, 5 cycles of training workshops have been organized in the OAI 5 regions to train you as OAI national focal points on the surveillance of wildlife diseases. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 related situation, it has been 2 years since a training workshop was organized. The 6th cycle should have been organized during this period. However, given the circumstance of the pandemic and the focus on spillover of disease from wildlife, it has been deemed important to update you on recent developments concerning the activities of the OAI related to wildlife. The present webinar is therefore considered as an intermediate cycle training course and will be co-organized and conducted by the 5 regional representations with the assistance and overall supervision of the OAI Preparedness and Resilience Department and the support of the relevant collaborating centers. Of course, the OAI World Health Information Analysis Department is also involved. The overall objective of this workshop is to provide you with knowledge on the recent OAI developments on wildlife and enable you to provide inputs or comments into these initiatives. In particular, on the OAI Wildlife Health Framework, Protecting Wildlife Health to Achieve One Health, published in 2021, a few months ago, and that is a strategic plan for the OAI on wildlife, in which you will be essential in its implementation. You can also comment the draft 6th cycle training manual prepared by the US-based OAI Collaborating Center on Wildlife Disease Surveillance Systems, and of course also on the new OAI WISE platform launched a few months ago in March 2021, and its new functionalities with a focus on current and future reporting options for wildlife OAI listed or non-OAI listed diseases. the cost of investing in appropriate surveillance systems and networks and in wildlife health management are not negligible. But the cost and risk of not doing so are much greater, both from a public health and a conservation standpoint. Therefore, coordinated global action is needed to ensure that wildlife health is fully integrated into the One Health discussions along with the environmental sector and is adequately monitored and managed with the same diligence as domestic animal health. In the future, veterinary services and other wildlife authorities need to be involved together in wildlife health and with the relevant other authorities in the concept of One Health as to reintegrate human health, animal health, and environmental health are all interconnected. I wish you an interesting and successful training workshop. I thank you for your support.